What's good, everybody, man? It's your boy LT and we're back with another video, man. We're live in the 215, so make sure y'all hit that button that say subscribe. Look, alright, today we're checking out how Larry Bird's trash talking humiliated his opponents. Now we're gonna get into this video, but before we get into the video, man, I gotta tell y'all a little something, man. If y'all look down below, man, y'all see this thank you heart button. If you hit that, man, it does cost about $2, but that's how you can support your favorite content creator like your boy LT. So make sure y'all go ahead and hit that if y'all want to. It ain't no pressure. If you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. It is what it is. But man, we're gonna get into this video, man. I'm really looking forward to this one. Gonna be good.
Here's a ridiculous Larry Bird trash talking story.
He wants every advantage, whether it be a technical advantage, a physical advantage, but more importantly, a psychological advantage.
I get a charge when I'm
Look how he looking. He looked like he on some gremlin stuff.
on the opposing team that I want to hit the last second shot and then do it. That's what it's all about.
You know
Yes,
how
sir.
great a player is based on what their peers say about them.
Oh,
their
man, I'm
former
not a drink.
teammates and their competitors. Players like Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and
James
of course
Worthy.
the great Larry Bird are NBA legends. But it's not always because of the brilliance they displayed on the court. It's because of the stories and the debates that NBA fans still have decades after they retire.
You can't. Oh, give me
Not
that one.
only have Larry Bird's
Count
teammates
it.
come out and praised him for what he did during his career, but
great white
players
hope.
from other teams still continue to marvel at what he used to do on the court with countless stories.
Larry Bird.
He was ridiculous.
One of the greatest players to ever touch a basketball.
He's the best I ever played with, against, or anything I've ever seen.
Ruined a lot of my successful games against the Boston Celtics.
He talked a lot of trash.
Bird was a bad somebody.
In other words, when the best of the best continue to talk and marvel about what you did on the court, it just shows how great Bird was compared to everybody else in the league. And there are so many stories
Look
about
at-
the
ooh,
trash
good
talking,
pass.
hard-working
Back
legend
to me.
that is
Let me
Larry
finish
Bird.
that.
But these stories in this video sum up Larry Bird completely. Both stories include Larry Bird's famous line, "I told you so." And you guys seem to love these types of videos, where I include interviews and clips and piece them all up together to make a story. One story so you can follow and you get a clear understanding of what was happening during that time. In this video, we
Oh,
combine
man, I'ma
ESPN's 30
shuffle
for
it this
30 on the
way a little
Celtics
bit,
and the
just so we can
Lakers,
get a little better.
and an open court segment recorded in 2018 where Chris Bosh asked Kevin McHale for a Larry Bird story.
Can you tell a Larry story? I haven't heard much of him, any stories about him
What?
talking trash, and he's so quiet.
Then later on in the video, we look at another story which includes Larry Bird trash talking Xavier McDaniel on the Dan Patrick Show, and also a documentary on Larry Bird. We combine all these interviews up together, and the story all flows together. You guys seem to love these videos, so I'd appreciate if you guys could leave a like on this video to show your support. It literally takes 2 seconds of your time, and it would really help my channel out. If you're new around here and enjoy these types of videos, feel free to subscribe. And lastly, I have plenty more videos just like this one on the channel for you to sit back, relax, and enjoy. I hope you're all staying safe, and let's get it started.
Feels like every time we have somebody on who played against Bird, we always ask for their favorite trash talk story.
Anybody better than Larry Bird?
No, Larry's probably the best trash talker. And the best thing about Larry now? He's so buttoned down now. He's just like, I didn't do that. I said, that guy lies. He was the best trash talker. And he denies everything. Can you tell a Larry story? I haven't heard much of him, any stories about him talking trash, and he's so quiet. Yeah, it's just every other time, and I never got to play on the court or see.
Do you have a favorite Bird trash talk story?
But can you tell a story like something you
I'd say
remember?
there's a million of them, but one of my favorite ones is we're playing Phoenix and we're way ahead, okay?
The Celtics were playing the Suns, and
And we're down in the old Saddle Dome that they had outside.
Right.
And Larry, we're playing good as a team. Larry has the worst fourth quarter known to man. I mean, he's throwing the ball to the other team. I'm like, good Lord, we had like a 15-point lead. Next thing you know, we're down 2. And I'm like, how in the world are we going to lose this game, man?
God damn.
So we have a play, out of bounds play. I'm taking it out, and Larry says, I'm going to bust off the play, and I'm just going to come out, and I'm going to shoot a 3. And I'm like,
And Larry says, I'm going to bust the play. I'm going to shoot a 3. And I'm like, Bertie, let's just get into overtime. I'm going to Robert. Robert, we need to get into overtime, man. Try to get this ship right because we're sinking, man. I tell you right now.
Celtics are down by 2 points, and Bird is out by the 3-point line, and he's being guarded by a guy named Johnny High. And Johnny High is sort of backing away from Bird, and Bird says, hey, Johnny, you better come up and guard me a little closer. I'm just going to get the ball and shoot a 3, and game's over.
And Larry says, I'm going to bust the play. I'm going to shoot a 3. So, Larry not only tells me that, he walked by the bench and says, typical Birdie, just real slow.
So he tells the Phoenix bench, he tells the coaches, yeah, I'm just fixing to bust a 3 on you guys and just go home. I'm tired of this.
Fixing to bust a 3 on your guys and go home.
And, Johnny High sort of smiles and laughs about it.
And so he breaks the play.
And then the ball comes into Bird. He just turns around and shoots a perfect 3.
Shoots the ball. As the ball's in the air, he kind of turns.
If you Johnny High right now, bro, I bet you like, bro, why didn't I get on him, bro? Why did I let him backdoor me like that, bro? Gave one of the best ones right there, man.
Told you so. He stopped running to the locker room.
Larry hits it. He looks at the bench and goes, told you so.
And got out of Dodge.
As he's walking off, he puts an arm on Johnny High's shoulder and he goes, Johnny, I told you to come out and guard.
That was Birdie. And he had the confidence, man. That dude had so much confidence. He talked to the coaches. He talked to everybody. He was talking trash all the time, man. But fun. Great competitor, man.
And I just started laughing. I was like, oh, man. It's just one of those.
What makes it so crazy is that's off 1 foot, bro. He ain't even grapple correctly. That's off 1 foot. I'm a fade. That's a fade. That is not a 3 ball. That is a fader 3. I don't even know would you call that a fade 3? I don't know what you call that. But that's what Larry do to you. He gonna shut you up in the most disrespectful way he know how. And when he shut you up, then you can't say nothing to him. Like that's what he doing. I told you so. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Come on, man. He has such supreme confidence, and it was just. But that's the one when you were back in, and Larry went in and said, "Well, I won the game in the first 3 quarters, then I lost it in the 3rd quarter, or the 4th quarter, excuse me. Then I won it at the end." He goes, "My record tonight is 2-1." We all just kind of laughed about it.
Larry Legend is simply remarkable. The fact that he not only told Kevin McHale that he would break up the play and shoot a 3 in his face, but the fact he also told the Phoenix Suns players and coaches and then went on to actually do it. It just speaks volumes to how good Larry the Legend was, not to mention he also dropped 38 points and hit the game winner in that game.
Dang.
Larry was always one step ahead of the rest. He knew this and the NBA knew this, but it wasn't because he just was great, it was because he really worked hard to be the greatest at the time. It was Magic Johnson or Larry Bird. Larry Bird wasn't anything special either. He wasn't.
And what's crazy is we really don't give him as much credit as we should when we talk about how much he just changed the game, bro. Like Larry Bird came into the game and really kickstarted something beautiful for us, man. Gave us some of the greatest, plays of all time. Gave the Celtics some of the greatest years of their years. And I'm not saying it's over, but you get what I'm saying? Like the Celtics had some of the greatest dynasty, had the greatest dynasty because of Larry Bird. Magic Johnson came in, and then the Lakers had it, and then that little rivalry kick-started, man, and it was just so beautiful to watch a rivalry blossom between Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, and then from that rivalry, a friendship, a brotherhood, a bond that couldn't even be broken by color. Like that's real talk. And then an era like that, color was a big spectrum of it, man, and those two guys really did something special. So I do show them guys the utmost respect, man. If you ask me who do I show the most respect to in the game of basketball, it would be Larry, Magic, and Mike, because of the simple fact is they led the game in a different way that we can't even speak of, that we can't fathom, man. Larry Bird came in and taught white kids that you don't gotta be scared of a black dude, man. Play with him, bro. Go to the park, hoop with him, do it. And it taught black kids, you just because you black don't mean you wrong. You some white kids out here who will dog you, and that's what Larry Bird really did. So I really do appreciate, all of that. And it is what it is, man. But we're gonna go ahead and finish this video because I feel like I'm talking too much,
gifted,
man.
He wasn't quick, he wasn't fast.
Yeah.
He just put the work in. He was the guy that wanted to take the game-winning shot, and he practiced and practiced and practiced that, and that's what he eventually became. One of the clutchest players in NBA history, one of the best players in NBA history,
yes, sir,
and one of the best trash talkers in NBA history because he could back up whatever he said on the court.
Got it.
In an interview, he stated why he wanted to take the last shot and what separates the best from regular NBA players.
A lot of players in this league that can score the first 3 quarters of the game, but you get down to the 4th quarter when you need a basket, you can separate the men from the boys. It's been like that, and it's always going to be like that. You're always going to have the guys that come up with the attitude that they can make the last shot or make the big play. I don't know what makes a player do that, just their competitive nature and their will to win. And if it comes down to one shot, I want to be the guy to take it.
And since we're on the topic of Kevin McHale and Larry Bird stories, here's one more, including a game winner in Xavier McDaniel's face. And saying the exact same thing. I told you so.
It was a tie game. They had the ball and DJ was stalling the basketball.
I think we saw this one before, but we're going to watch it anyways, man. It's
Larry
crazy.
was kind of standing outside behind him, like denying him the ball. And they called a timeout, and he turned around and looked at me and said, I'm going to score right here on you. And I said, I know you will. I'll be ready.
Tie game, 13 seconds to play. Celtics basketball.
Bro, do y'all get goosebumps watching this stuff? Or is it just me, bro? Like, my intensity is building like a little kid,
During timeout,
man.
I'm going through a play, and about that time, Larry steps in and says, Coach, why don't you just give me the ball and tell everybody to get out of the way? It's Larry. And when he wants the ball, he wants the ball. After the timeout, we walked back on the court, and then Xavier was guarding him. So he tells Xavier, he says, I'm getting the ball.
X, I'm going to get the ball right here, and I'm going to take a jumper right in the face. I'm going to make it.
And I said, I know I'm going to be waiting. And he said, I'm going to get it right here. I'm going to shoot it right in your face.
And then he gets the ball, takes the shot right in front of Xavier McDaniel, and makes the shot.
10 seconds. 5, and Bird has the basketball. Look out. Larry Bird just phenomenal the way that
And he came out, went right about that exact spot and shot a shot right in my face.
I just looked back, and the ball just went in, hit all net. And he said, I told you so.
And, you know, he was like, I didn't mean to leave 2 seconds on the clock. He wanted to shoot it with 0 seconds on the clock. I walked back to the sideline like, dang.
You know, and X tells the story. He's like, he did exactly what he was telling me he was going to do.
There are so many stories of people saying that Larry Bird told me he was going to do this, and then he actually did it. This was just one of them, but I can make many more if you haven't seen them. Let me know if you've heard of these stories before. I doubt that many of you have heard the Phoenix Suns stories because you actually can't get any of that game on YouTube. So unless you go through documentaries and interviews, it's actually hard to find footage of what happened during that time, so I doubt many of you would have heard the first story. The second story of Xavier McDaniel is more well known, but still it's an amazing story with the same line, I told you so. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did and you enjoy these types of stories, I have plenty more on the channel. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and go on the channel to see if you enjoy.
Alright, man, we're gonna end the video right there, man. Look, bro, we talk this, man. I love hearing stories about Larry Bird, man. From my subscribers to YouTube, just learning about Larry Bird, man, really just puts emphasis on who he was as a player, man. We need to really take a second, a minute or two just to think. There's never going to be another great white hope. Like, there will never be another one of these guys, bro. There will never be another guy who comes out and gives us buckets the way this guy did. And I pray one day we get another Larry Bird. Larry Bird's boundaries was, how do I say, like he grasped it a little different. His boundaries were never set. He toyed with the boundary. He wanted to be who he wanted to be and not who everybody thought he should be, man. But that's why we love Larry Bird. That's why he's the father of basketball, man. Make sure y'all leave a like on this video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I know you down there, brother. And leave me some comments and let me know what Larry Bird story is your favorite Larry Bird story because I'm always with it. But LT is up out of this one. Peace.